Welcome back. This is another episode of the BFF episodes. This is BFF episode number 31, the second one from our little hiatus. How are you doing, Kev?
I'm doing good, Ernst. You?
Very good, very good. We're just we're still in a lockdown right now, but it looks like it's coming to an end.
Which also means this is probably coming to an end.
This is it. So this has been fun 2 weeks.
Welcome to our second and last episode.
Yeah, look at this. We got new headsets, new microphones.
That's it.
So
all for 2 episodes.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. We got like a dozen downloads for this week. I tried to surprise everybody. Just drop it, like no.
Yep.
No promotion.
I like it.
Just like I was trying to do like one of those like what like how Drake would just like release an album like at midnight, and it was like, whoa, talk of the town. It's all over Twitter. People are like, oh my god, and then when other people wake up, they're like, oh my god, I missed it. Drake's new album, sick.
BFFs put out another new episode.
Wake up, wake up,
back.
But there was
what's the word? So from what I understand, it's like I think March or something like by end of March or mid-March, we should be like out of this completely kind of thing, or like for the most part.
Oh, out of the lockdown?
Mm-hmm.
No, I have no idea. But I just know that January 31st, they're reopening like restaurants and stuff.
At like 50%, right?
At 50%. So I might be going back to work.
That's all right.
Yeah. It's okay.
50% is better than 0, right?
Yeah, because I actually went to Square One today again.
A date?
My favorite. No date. I learned my lesson. No mall dates. So this time I actually got to walk around because I had to do some little shopping. And then I actually walked around. And I was like, wow, I actually got to relax. I got to take my time because my date last week, she walked pretty fast. So I had to,
keep
up.
Yeah.
I'm out of breath and
too many things going on. Too many things going on.
Too many things. I'm trying to be witty.
Can't be witty when you're tired. No.
But so today I walked at my own slow pace and I saw all these new stores. I was like, whoa, all these stores I'd never even heard of. But now I know. I'm like, oh, there's an anime store because I have some nieces that love anime.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was trying to think of gifts to get them. And I'm like, oh, now there's a whole anime store where I can go to,
At that mall at Square One, like, is that, I can't think of off the top of my head because I haven't been there in so long, but besides like the big stores, like what are some of the original stores from like when we used to hang out at the mall? Not like Woolco or like Simpsons. Or
Zellers.
Did
you know, Kev, that the food emporium, the food
was
district,
built on the foundation of where Zellers used to sit? Isn't that amazing?
Is that interesting?
I can't think of anyone. I can't think of any store like that's been there since I was a kid that's still there today.
Does Walmart count? No, Walmart.
No. That's like Walmart came pretty late too. I think Walmart is actually where
Woolco
used to be. Yeah.
And there's the Bay. The Bay's still there.
That's a big one though. I'm talking like those little ones.
Oh, small ones. Small ones.
Yeah, like the smaller ones. I can't think of one.
Is the pet store still there?
No. PJ's Pets.
PJ's Pets.
No, they're gone.
Petcetera.
Petcetera. Petcetera.
It's my favorite singer. It's from Chicago.
No, it's kind of nice going to malls, especially after so long. And when you could do a nice little slow walk and just kind of reminisce and like, oh, you know what? That's kind of cool. I used to hang out right here,
I'm
not
actually
being
so
rushed or
not
anything
being
like
rushed.
that.
I'm actually trying to think. I don't think any store is still there.
I can't think of one.
Oh, you know
Now,
what?
obviously,
Okay, I thought of one. Colonels.
you know what? Yeah,
Is that still there?
yeah. Well, I don't know. You were just there. I haven't been there in forever.
You know what? I, I maybe, I might have bought something there once. So it's not on my radar.
Maybe Mrs. Fields cookies. If there's maybe they're still there. I don't know.
I'm not sure. You know what? You know what I'm looking for? You know what I always look for downtown, but they don't. They used to have it in Square One.
Muffins. Muffins.
Muffins.
Those are the best. Those are the
Best
greatest muffins.
muffins.
Yeah, the chocolate chip. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So there was one by in the path in the underground of the subway in Toronto. It's like Young and King or something.
Uh huh.
And yeah, every time I'm in that area, I would get a chocolate chip muffin, and they were
Yeah.
so soft and so tender. And here's the
They're
best part.
because the tops were hard, but the inside was soft.
And the best part about those muffins, like usually you get like a muffin from like, I don't know, let's say Tim Hortons. You know, I'm not even a big fan of those muffins. But then you have like the little cup, the paper cup around the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then you gotta peel it off and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you lose some of the muffin in the wrapper.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not gonna lick this wrapper if I'm at the food court.
Yep.
But
Muffins always gave it to you without that wrapper.
naked. Give me a naked muffin.
That's
That's
it.
how I
You don't
want
lose
it.
anything.
Give me
Anything.
the bare bottom muffin.
If there was anybody that we could get to sponsor us, as maybe as irrelevant as we are, muffins would be perfect for us. It'd be on brand.
You know what? During the first lockdown or second, I'm losing track. I actually was thinking, I was like, hey, I haven't been to that area of downtown so long. I'm gonna visit Muffins. And they closed down.
Like completely closed or closed for the pandemic?
I'm not sure. It said closed with like, you know what I mean, like no hours. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it again after we record.
Yeah, because usually if it's like permanently closed and it's something like that, like something that's been around for a long time, a staple, there's always a note like saying like, oh, hey, you know, just because of this thing screwed us, we have to shut down, and we appreciate everyone's business, but we got to shut down forever. Bye.
Usually, but I don't know about Muffins. I don't know if they care.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, our business. See ya.
Our business has been on the decline since 1995, I think it was.
We're heading back to Barrie or something.
You mentioned earlier that you didn't like the Tim Hortons muffins. Is it solely because of that little wrapper thing, or do you just not like their muffins?
It's a little bit of the wrapper, and not even a big fan of like because like muffins, their tops you can like in Seinfeld, you can rip off the top.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I will say though, the Tim Hortons has gotten a little bit better with their chocolate chip muffins, because before, and I don't know if you ever got them way back, but they used to have like these big pieces of like salt.
It looks like salt.
Looks like rocks or salt or some shit like that.
It's not there.
But they got rid of that. No, it's not that. And it's so much better. So much better. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do with that, but it didn't look. It looked like somebody had broken glass and it fell on top of my muffin.
Yeah, it wasn't soft. It would have hurt the top of my mouth. I'm like, what is this?
If I ever had a cut on my lip, I would put a piece of that salt, like just to clean it up a little.
Are you sure? Are you sure all Tim Hortons, or maybe just the one in Beamsville?
No, I get it. The one here by work in Mississauga.
Okay, you know what?
You can't rip the tops off. That's for sure. It'll fall apart on you.
But there's no more salt glass.
But there's no more salt. There's no more rock salt shit on top of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it out tonight. You know, your recommendations, I trust. just like
Tell me.
last week, you told me to watch Encanto.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it that night.
What did you think?
Uh, it was good. It was good, but I think I'm a little confused.
As to what?
Um, like what was because like here's the thing. Every member of that family, they got like a special power kind of thing. So what was her power at
She
the
didn't
end?
have one. She didn't have one. Oh, a
Oh,
spoiler alert. Oh, we should have said spoiler alert, just in case. But if you, sorry. So
we'll see. Yeah.
she didn't have one. She didn't get one. Her gift was bringing everybody
Everyone
back
back.
to, yeah, because it was already falling apart. All of that whole happiness and everything being great and everything, it was a facade. It was like slowly breaking down because of, if you remember, like
The
is
sisters.
Isabella, yeah,
Yeah.
Isabella, she was getting married to somebody she didn't want to because it was helpful to the family for whatever reason.
Yes.
Louisa was just taking on like the problems of everybody. If anybody had a problem, go to Louisa, she'll take care of it, right?
Yeah. Because she's the strong one.
Exactly. And behind that, the whole thing of it was the Lola, or the abuela, the
Yeah.
grandmother, who was kind of orchestrating this whole thing, that kind of didn't realize she was trying to keep this thing together, but at the same time was tearing it apart.
Yeah. How is she tearing it apart?
I wouldn't say tearing it apart, but I think the whole thing of her you were captivated by what I was saying, and then when I realized you were just frozen, I was like, oh.
I no, you were frozen on mine. I was like, Kev, hello.
Oh, weird.
But then it said on Zoom, it said connecting or something on my end. I was like, oh, I guess I disconnected or something.
Yeah, it didn't say that for me. Anyway, I'm not sure where we cut off, but
I think I asked you about the grandma.
how, yeah. I was just basically saying that I think that with all the pressure that she was putting on everybody, that's kind of like the house was like a physical, like was like a metaphor for like everyone just cracking under the pressure, right? And eventually if it all falls apart. But
Okay, so Bruno,
yeah,
his power was like he can see the future.
right.
So he saw that what's her name? Mirabelle?
Yeah.
She was gonna save the family.
I don't think he like I don't think it was at I don't think that was the vision that he was going to save the family. Initially, the vision that he saw, it was like something with Mirabelle and the house, and maybe like with the house with all cracks or some shit like that. Maybe I can't remember, to be honest with you, but it was a mystery, and he just kind of up and left.
Yeah, but he was like really in the house, like hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew it's because like the first song that I heard about this movie was "We Don't Talk About Bruno" or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this guy, he like basic storytelling, where like he looks like a bad guy. I'm like, no, he's
Right.
gonna be.
Yeah. You know who voices that?
Yes, John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, do you know who voices Mirabelle?
That's Rosa from
Yeah,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Stephanie Beatrice or some shit like that.
yeah. So my niece told me that that's her voice. I was like, no way, because she's like so happy and like she's singing.
Yeah.
Look, that can't be her.
Yeah. Apparently, the voice in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that's the voice that's kind of like made up. Like the
Wow.
Mirabelle is not Mirabelle, but like I guess a version of that. It's not as deep and so emo.
Yeah, because I'm like, this can't be her singing about like happiness and stuff.
I was waiting for what's his name, Daryl from The Office. I don't know what his last name is. The chubby black guy.
What's his real name?
Craig Robinson. I don't know.
Craig Robinson. Yes.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to make an appearance. I thought he was going to be like the
The uncle.
yeah, Felix.
Who is that? That was
I have no clue. I know the dad, Mirabel's dad is Fez,
yes.
Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Whenever I watch anything, that's why when I watch something, I'm like half into it, half out of it.
Because you're looking up the
Because
cast.
I don't know if it's my ADHD or whatever it's called, but yeah, like I'll be watching the movie, and I'm like, who's that actor? Where is he from? He's got to be from somewhere.
Yeah.
And then that's why like Wikipedia is like my favorite website, because you go down this rabbit hole where you're like, oh, that's John Leguizamo. Oh, I remember his show. He was on that show. I wonder where they are now.
What was the name of that show? Oh, that person was on that show. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Yeah, no, I totally see how you can be caught in the rabbit hole there. But
Okay.
if you had to, which character are you?
Oh, wait. Well, yeah, because like last week you said,
They kind of mimic some sort of like, like a lot of people's family dynamic, like the oldest child, the middle child, the youngest child.
yeah, I would say I am Mirabelle.
You're Mirabelle.
Yeah.
That's actually that's the character to be.
You too?
No. I don't know. I think that sometimes I think there's like a combination of everything. Sometimes you think you're the golden child sometimes, and then you're like the you're the Louisa. Like I can think back to like, there's so many times when your mom's like, my mom would always be like, hey, your Tito doesn't know his banking information. Can you help? What am I? How am I gonna help? I don't know anything about what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like this unfair pressure to help or whatever it is.
Yes.
So it's for me. I feel like there's combinations of everyone in there.
Yeah, I think I'm Mirabelle because I'm like, I don't have really like special gifts. I'm just like
Is making people laugh not a special gift? Is that not a superpower?
Oh my God, you're right. I'm Louisa. I'm the strongest of the family, which I am not.
Yeah, that was a good. I like that movie. I like the soundtrack. It's pretty good, catchy.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna watch it again because half the time I was just like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah, looking up stats.
Yeah, I'm like, is Mirabelle really singing? Is that her real voice?
I think it actually is her. Like,
I think it was her singing. Yeah,
Stephanie. Because I didn't really see it. There wasn't much of a difference there. So,
because I asked my niece that, and then she actually showed me a video on YouTube of like her singing in the
like a making of kind of thing.
Yeah. She was like in the sound booth singing. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Rosa, who would have thought? Rosa.
Who would have thought? Kev, yeah, I was in Palmerston for the past few days. So I was there on Monday, and I heard here in your neck of the woods in the Greater Toronto area, there was a huge snowstorm. Were you around? Were you part of that?
Yeah, I was at home. I knew of it. I didn't know there was one coming until about Sunday, but yeah, it was crazy. Like in Mississauga, I was in Mississauga on Sunday, but like grocery stores lineup, there were crazy lineups and everything like that. In Beamsville, no, like there was nothing. There was no panic at all. But Monday morning, holy shit! I never seen that much. I don't think I can remember seeing that much snow.
Really? Like, so you knew you weren't going to work?
Oh, I knew I wasn't going to work on Sunday. I knew it wasn't going to happen. Oh, Monday for sure. It was so bad.
Yeah, because I was like it's like kind of up north, and the news there, they were saying it was only like southern, like around like this area.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that like concerned, and then when I woke up Monday morning, and then everyone, because like you wake up and you go on Instagram right away, which is totally bad. You shouldn't do that. But I'm like, like one eye open, I'm like, oh, checking these stories and stuff, and then everyone's like, "Oh, shoveling and craziness on the highway," and then so it was like Christmas morning. I was like, "Oh!" So I ran to the window at my parents' house. I looked out the window, and it was like clear. I was like, "What happened?"
Oh, there was nothing. There was no
No,
snowfall at all.
there was some snow, but it wasn't like crazy.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, 40 centimeters or some shit like that, 35, 40 centimeters.
Yeah,
Yeah, it took me, I think, to shovel the driveway. It was probably like closer to 2 hours.
really, by
Yeah,
yourself?
well, yeah, but the problem is that, like, because I live in a semi-detached and I share a driveway.
Yeah, how does that work?
See, it's tricky. It's tricky with this thing because it's like it's a give and take. So if you notice that your neighbor does it, the week before, when the next snowfall, you should be the one to do it, kind of thing.
But this
So
is like
this
this is
I
uneven
was
though.
just, yeah, this one was crazy, but I was out there first, so I figured, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I don't want to be a dick and just do the one side,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
really
yeah.
we share it. So I mean, um, but yeah, it was like 2 hours, and then finally he came out and helped out. So, but it was, I never seen that much snow. We didn't get dug out until I think like Tuesday at some point.
Wow, like your street.
Yeah, and I think when they did come, it was like a shitty job that they did. So like all the neighbors got together
Yeah.
and whoever had a snowblower, they were like, okay, let's do this ourselves, kind of shit. And yeah, there was like 10, 15 people out with snowblowers clearing the streets.
Oh, that's nice. Nice
Yeah,
camaraderie.
but I mean, like, it didn't matter because you could clear that street, but all the other streets weren't plowed yet. So
Oh, I see.
yeah, but I mean, it was still nice that you could get around. I just I couldn't believe how many people tried to go to work.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was seeing all those videos of like people getting stuck in the snow. I was like, oh my god.
Like, it's just like, it was, people were walking on the 401. People, we had Doug Ford with his baby shovel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, right. It's so small for him, and he's such a
People were,
big guy.
yeah, people were like, oh my god, look at this toy shovel. But I'm like, that's the shovel that you keep in your car. You don't have like a big ass shovel
I know,
in the
but
trunk.
I'm pretty sure he went out there, with the intention of helping. So I would bring something better than that.
Yeah, you know, some
But
people are like, oh, this is like a publicity stunt kind of thing.
well, I mean, there was cameras there and everything, so I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, it's the thought that counts, I guess.
Yeah, like I haven't seen that. Well, I didn't really see it on Monday, but I remember like living in Brampton, and then you still had to go to work, and then I would get stuck because I don't know if you remember my street. I was like the kind of like the last house on the
Yeah,
street,
and yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
and then
I
I remember
remember.
back then I didn't have like winter tires, so the only thing you have to do is you reverse out, and then you have to like gun it. You can't
Go.
stop.
Don't. Yeah.
If you stop, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
one hesitation.
Yeah.
You know, and then I think I got stuck one time, and then a bunch of my neighbors like they saw me like struggling because you're just sitting there. So a bunch of my neighbors came out and they started like helping me. Well, they started pushing in my car and then helped me out. I was like, oh, I missed that.
There's that, and I hate that. It's like there's that panic feeling when
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, oh, you idiot, shouldn't have done this. Then you try to do like the forward, reverse,
Yeah,
forward.
yeah, yeah. It's like a rocket back and forth.
Meanwhile, everyone's watching you, and they're probably like, "Oh, you fucking dummy."
Oh my god, yeah. So many. I don't know how I survive without winter tires. I was like, I don't need them.
I gotta put mine on still. Like,
You don't have them on?
I have, like, well, because gas is so expensive, and I'm coming from so far, and already I'm filling up like, what, every 4 days, 4.5 days. Um, but with winters on, it's gonna be like every 3 days probably.
I know. Yeah, this year, because I go to my parents' house a lot.
Yeah.
So they live up north, and like so here. So the thing is, it snowed early there,
Right.
like November. like early November. So I think by Halloween I had my winter tires on.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm probably gonna put mine on tomorrow.
Oh yeah, when it's all over.
Well, I think it's also because I think they're just not good for like temperature wise. Like it ruins the tires or whatever.
Yeah, Jack told me about this. He was like, yeah, if it's like under 7 degrees, you shouldn't be wearing. You shouldn't be using your summer tires.
Shout out to anyone who knows Jack and you still don't have your winter tires on. Jack, could you?
I remember because like because also it's a combination of me being cheap and poor. Back in the day, I was like, I didn't really want winter tires, and then I was like, oh my friend. So I called Jack. I was like, yo, my friend, because like, my Mazda 3. I think what's our tire size? 16.
16, I think 16 or 15, one of those two.
One of them, yeah. So I was like, oh, my friend is giving me his winter tires, but they're like 13-inch, something like that. It was like
Oh my
smaller.
God, yeah.
And then I saw call Jack. I'm like, can I put these on? Can I put the smaller size on my car? He's like, no, you idiot. You can't do that. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm so cheap.
But free tires, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Free tires.
Who wouldn't at least ask? At least ask.
Yeah, let me ask the expert.
Yeah, put your winters on. You need them. It's better.
Yeah. Today I was like running around, so I had to go to Square One, and so I did that shopping for my nieces and nephews, and then I had to go to Home Depot because here's the thing, actually, like, legit, in like an hour at 7, my landlord's coming here.
Oh, not even an hour, like 45 minutes.
45 minutes, yes.
What did you have to get? Like something for the toilet or something? Like you fix it?
No, because he actually texted me like before Christmas, or like during Christmas. He's like, "Hey, Merry Christmas, man." I'm like, "Yeah,
Thanks, landlord.
Merry Christmas, landlord." Usually they'll be like, "Oh, here, take a month off." No, he didn't say that. But he's just like, "Hey, he's like, hey, well, can you make sure you change these filters?"
Oh, for the furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it like every 4 to 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. But then I never got to it.
Oh.
And then so finally he's like, "Oh yeah, I can come over like Thursday, like today." So I was like, when I ran to Home Depot, I was like, they better have this fucking.
I don't know if you're using the same filter that I'm using, but that shit is fucking expensive for no reason.
Well, the one I got, it was actually not. It wasn't that expensive. It was actually pretty cheap. It was like 2 for $20.
Oh, okay.
It's just the one in the wall here.
Yeah. It's pretty simple to. I think you just slide it out, put the new one in.
Yeah. So I was like all nervous. I was like, oh man, it's like your like I had homework. I had like a month to do this homework, and then like last minute, of course, classic Ernie.
Classic.
Last minute, running to Home Depot.
This is where I thrive. I thrive on last minute. I don't know what it is. It's probably a very bad trait, but like I do some of my best work last minute.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's like Christmas shopping.
Yep. Yeah.
2 days before. You can run around. You can do it. We always do it.
It's just something about being under the gun, having a deadline, and just being like, okay, it's go time.
Yeah, but this year was it because of the cocoa. This year was the only year that actually didn't finish on time because like legit couldn't leave.
Well, yeah, that's it, right? I mean, that wasn't really procrastination. That was just restrictions.
Kind of, but it was a combination. Like I
guess you could have gone to Amazon.
No. Like I mean, like I was at the mall. Like I remember I was at Scarborough Town Center December 9th.
Ugh. Scarborough Town Center.
Yeah. And then I saw some things there that was like, oh, this will be good for gifts. But I'm like, it was kind of big. It was for my nephew. Yeah. Like, I don't have to like carry it around. I'm like, I'll just get it. I get it in a couple of weeks.
I do that shit all the
In
time. Where they're
style.
like, you know what? Be inconvenient right now. I'm wearing a jacket. I don't really want to sweat while I'm carrying like 4 bags. I'll just come back on Tuesday with no jacket.
Yeah, even today, because like I was getting gifts for my. Because here's the thing, Kev. I have like a bunch of uh, um, god kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many god kids, so many nieces and nephews from
Mm-hmm.
like my cousins, you know. And so here's the thing: I don't have any kids, Kev. You know, usually if you have like a bunch of kids, you give other kids gifts, you get a bunch of gifts back.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, hey, I used to get everyone gifts, like all the kids, you know, and I'm like getting. So I decided I'm only gonna get the god kids gifts. You know?
You got to draw the line somewhere. You got to draw
Yeah.
the line because it gets crazy. It gets too crazy. Like, I don't
Hmm.
know what, like, even for Christmas, I think we bought for all of our, like, all the kids in the family. And I was like, and I'm not saying I didn't want to, but I just felt like maybe it was a little bit excessive. Maybe we should just do like a Kris Kringle thing from now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one kid or we draw names. I'm okay for that, but like every single one of them, you know, regardless if you have a lot of money or you don't, it's a lot of money to spend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
Um,
I was just getting the god kids gifts today. And so what I did was I got like, well, they might be listening to this, but so I got them gifts where they can, like, games, you know, so they can play with everybody. So it's pretty much like a gift for the whole family, right?
Smart.
You know?
That's thinking with this noodle thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
So would you get like a leapfrog? Like I don't even know how old they are. Like a leapfrog thing or like a PS4 game or some
I
shit
know
like
they're
that?
like around like 10 and stuff.
Oh, okay.
No, I got them like they like board games. I mean,
There you go. Even
fun
better.
for the whole family.
Even better. Keeping
Yeah.
everybody in mind, including your wallet.
Yes. And then some. Well, so I was at. Oh yeah. So this is what I was trying to get to. We're talking about like original stores at Square One. The Disney store gone.
Yes. Yeah, they're gone. All across Canada.
So I was there in that same space because
Mm.
it is the
Muffins? Muffins?
no, it's mind games.
Oh, whoa. If
Yeah.
there's any store that I ever thought that was probably, as a child, the worst store, that would be the one.
You know what? Yes, I know what you're talking about. As a kid, I'm like, ew, I'm not going to this.
As a child, yes, as a child. Now it's great
But
for
you know
learning and
what?
development.
If you go now, it's actually a fun store. Like there's actually like a bunch of toys and like puzzles and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the staff, they were so friendly, and they're actually helping me. They're like, oh, how old's your niece and nephew and stuff like that, and then they're like showing me all these products. And I was like, no, I don't want that, you know. But they're very friendly. They're like, oh, how about your nephew? He might like this race car. It's like a stunt car and stuff, you know. But then here's the thing, I got some gifts and I was like, oh, I love it. I can't wait to give them. But the box was like too big, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wrap this thing, or you know, oh, give me something small where I can just wrap it quick. You know,
Or could you wrap it for me?
I don't know if they do that in mind games.
No, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. So then, so I got the gifts, and then it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. Even if it was like big or not, I could just buy a friggin' gift bag.
Yeah.
But you know, but when you're a kid, you want the.
Do you? I don't know. Maybe it's just me with a different childhood. Just I never. I don't know that I can recall. I wasn't looking forward to opening it. There was no. There was a buildup. There was definitely a good buildup of what's underneath that paper. So maybe that's.
No, like remember when you're a kid, you run to the tree and you get the box and you shake it. Like, I wonder
Yeah.
what's in this thing.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what? It's like a month after Christmas. Like, I think the Christmas spirit's gone. So I think the kids,
no, kids will never ever. I don't think they'll ever not want.
No, but they're like around.
Something.
But they're around like 10. I think like if you're like my nephew, he's like 3. He loved opening ripping up the paper.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like if you're like by the time you're 10, you're like, okay, just what is it? Open up the bag. Okay, I like it. But
at 10, you think you don't think you think this is just a gift bag, and
you know what? Yeah. They're not like, oh, I can't wait to rip open this thing.
Yeah. They've already done that at Christmas time. All that's over. Just want to get straight to business. I want to know what's in this.
Yeah,
I don't want any fluff.
No fluff. Just give me the filler. I mean, no. Okay, I don't know. Is it no filler, just fluff?
I think aren't fluff and the filler one in
the same?
One in the same, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'm half asleep, Kev.
Oh wait! Before we go on to the next thing, since we were talking about the mall and stores in the mall, do you remember that one store? Yeah, I don't know where it was. It was tucked away. I can't remember where it was in Square One. But it was a game store, kind of like Mind Games, I think. But you would always see like guys inside playing a game.
And yeah. It was near the pet store.
Yeah, it was across from the pet store. I think that was like the nerd store.
I think that was Mind Games.
No, maybe, but it was all older guys. It wasn't kids. It was all guys. I think they were playing like Pokemon or
Risk or something.
Or one of those. This is Snakes and Ladders. Not Snakes and Ladders. What's that called? Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know.
Yes, something like that. It was like this board game.
Yeah.
And you had to play for hours.
Yeah.
And they were the only ones that were playing. I don't know if they worked there or just they're just playing.
If anybody who's listening that is from the Mississauga area and remembers that store, the name of that store, I would love to know.
No, we would talk.
We called it the Nerd Store.
We would call it the Nerd Store, but then growing up, we were like, hey, you know what? Back in the day when they had that store, no one's buying anything. Yeah. How are they making money? Yeah. So we were like, oh, these guys it's a front.
Illegal gambling with.
Yeah, like in the back, there's like cockfighting or something. We don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there was.
Yeah. How much money are they making from that game of Risk? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that those Mind Games.
Now we say the Nerd Store, but we don't mean it to be in a mean way. We just thought it was a nerdy thing to do at the time.
At the time, yes.
At the time.
See, so I think that was Mind Games because that's what we were talking about. We're like, oh, we would never go in that store.
You know what? It might be.
Yeah. So now it's in the Disney store. It's huge, and they had all this stuff. I was like, some of the stuff.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking something else that you're thinking then because you're saying it's called. What was it called?
Mind Games.
Mind Game. I was thinking about a different call. It's called Master.
No, you're right. It's like Mastermind or something.
Mastermind. Yeah, Mastermind. Is that where you were? Is that the name of it?
No. I was at Mind Games.
Okay, maybe you're right then. Mind Games is the nerd store. Master Toys or whatever the hell it's called is something totally different for it was like educational learning.
Okay, I don't know. I gotta
Mastermind.
I gotta do some research. I gotta message some people from
go on Wikipedia. Yeah, Insaga. All your friends at Insaga to see what the.
I'll text them like, hey, Khaled, I know you're busy, but what was that nerd store?
I was there all the time. Yeah, it's called Mmmind or whatever.
I meant that fun store where everyone's playing. That's what I meant.
Ernst, looks like it's getting close to landlord time.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for this interview.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, I gotta clean up a bit. I don't know. Like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. Does he expect to hang out? Because he's a young dude. He's like 30.
He might want to hang out just because he'd be like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is I own this place, and now this guy lives here, and this is what it looks like.
Maybe he's giving me like a gift, like Merry Christmas.
Oh, maybe, and then maybe he's gonna be like, you know what? Take February off. Don't worry about it.
Imagine it's a gift, but it's like in wrapping paper. Like, oh, I love
He gives you like two more filters.
just, just ripping these open. Thanks for the filters.
Oh man, yeah, you better get ready for that.
I'm a little nervous. I'm like, should I have gotten food? I don't have any food here.
I wouldn't put food out because then it looks like maybe you're gonna rape them or something. But maybe offer like, hey, you want a drink or something like that.
Yeah, I'll offer him a drink.
Yeah, don't put anything out because it just looks like, oh, weird. Did you want me to stay?
Yeah, because I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's just gonna come and just to see the place. Like, let's see if it's like, you know,
that too. I think probably as a
fine.
landlord, you probably just want to
Just to see if it's okay.
yeah, make sure that everything's okay. If there's any issues that you need help with, you should be fine.
Okay, because I have to, because when he's coming at 7, but like I have to go somewhere by 8. I have to go to the store before it closes. So I kind of want to like
Rush him
kind of
out.
kick him out. Yeah. So like, hey, look at this. Look at the
So you know what you
walls.
do.
Yeah.
So as he's there, if you find that he's being like sticking around a little too long, and you don't have the heart to be like, okay, you got to get out,
Mhm.
just text me. I'll call you, and then you'd be like, okay, mom, yeah, I'm actually leaving in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then-
I'll text you once he starts.
But you should
about,
really just tell him like, I'm so sorry, man, but I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta run.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'd be like, okay, fine, get out.
Yeah. Well, I'll call you when he starts talking about like how this used to be a Zellers and a Target. I'm like, oh, abort.
Yeah, just tell him about you used to hang out at the nerd store and play the nerd games.
It's like, what was that called? Master Games? No, Mind Games. We've been over this. Let's do the podcast. All right. Well, that's good enough for this week. Thank you, Kev, for taking the time out of your busy shoveling day to join us here at the BFF episodes.
Anything for the podcast.
All right. So you can follow me at Ernie Vicente, Kevin.
Follow me at Kevvarius, KEVVARIAS on Instagram.
All right, cool. Yes. Follow him on Instagram. And we'll see you guys again next week.
Toodles.